Look at this tiny bit. This is a bit that we got, ordered it online. I'm not sure where Claudia got it from, but we ordered it for the little mini pony that my boy's riding for a friend of ours. And about time to put him in something a little different, so we went ahead and ordered a little bit for him. So we're going to make him a headstall. Real quick, I just wanted to show you, if you're trying to make a headstall for somebody's horse and you're trying to customize it so that it fits them better, the only way I know how to do that is to put the bit in the horse's mouth and then measure, because all these bits, a lot of them, they're going to be different as far as the shanks and where your bit or your headstall attaches to. So the best way I found to do that is to there's two ways to do it. One is to put the bit in the horse's mouth about where the horse will carry it, and then take a soft tape and measure from the top of this here and then up over its pole and back to this side. Kind of give you a good measurement, and then you can kind of extrapolate from there as far as how much give and how much leeway you want to have adjustment wise. But that's a good way to do it. The other way is just to grab a headstall that already fits that horse. You can see this headstall here is way too big for this little pony. This pony's been being ridden in this headstall here some, and we had to add a hole there at the house, and you can see how much excess we have. So this headstall is way too big, but basically I'll get the same measurement from the bend here where it attaches to the bit all the way around. Only thing is I have to account for is this cheap little bit here is more of like a D-ring snaffle type English bit, and so there is not a rising shank area. I'm not sure what you call that area. Probably should ask Jeff Payne what that top part of the bit's called, but some of y'all correct me on that. But anyway, have to account for that. So I might shorten it up even a little bit more, because this bit does have, you know, the headstall attaches up a little higher. But that's a good way to do it. The kind of the fail-proof way for me has been to put the bit in their mouth and then measure across the pole from side to side. That'll give you a good idea. If you're doing a throat latch, you'll also want to measure that, because more than likely if you're having to measure a headstall to fit a horse's head, it's probably because their head is really big and the customer can't find a headstall to fit that horse. So that means their jaws are probably pretty big too. You might want to go ahead and measure that throat latch area over the pole and around there, and kind of imagine how loose or tight you would like your throat latch. But then the other way too is just to get a headstall that the customer's already riding that horse with and that fits and it's adjusted properly. Measure off of that. So I wanted to do this little video just real quick, just to not really to talk so much about the bit, but I was about to work on it and I thought that information might be helpful. The main reason for this video is to give y'all an update on where we are on the belt material packs. Obviously last week we got tied up. If you watched our Monday video, you heard about it and you probably saw it on the news and everything. Texas has just been a mess with the freeze and the winter storm and that kind of thing. Everything is good here. Everybody, you know, the roads are good. You know, we're running out of pipe fittings, but things are coming in slowly. People are getting things fixed. It's just kind of chaotic. I'm sure some people are still without power or still without water. Maybe not power so much, but definitely water, because plumbers are just running 24/7 pretty much right now. And it's hard to get fittings and everything that we need in order to fix stuff. But our main issue here at the shop is that our leather still has not gotten here. I told y'all in Monday video, I was expecting it Monday, honestly, because it had shipped, I don't remember, early the week before, about midweek the week before last week. And so it should have been here last week, but with the storm and everything, I figured their UPS isn't running, so we won't get it. But I figured it would land Monday morning. Well, as far as yesterday afternoon, I saw my UPS man. He still didn't have it. He said, man, we're really backed up on shipments. I said, not a problem. I'll get it tracked. So I called our Herman Oak rep, and he tracked it. And our leather is sitting in a warehouse in Missouri, I believe. And the way he explained it to me is that actually before the winter storm really got started in Texas, so like that Friday, Dallas, Fort Worth, and all that area was already having icy conditions and problems. And so UPS and FedEx, and I'm assuming FedEx, but UPS for sure, they quit running stuff through because of the ice already up there. And so everything was just put in a warehouse. Well, then the whole week we had real bad conditions, so nothing moved and everything piled up in that warehouse. And supposedly this warehouse is jam-packed full of things that were meant to come here that they just weren't able to get here. And the stuff kept coming because people up north were still running and doing things as normal because they're used to that kind of weather. So they kept shipping. So anyway, it's all piled up there. They're working through that backlog and trying to get all that stuff shipped out and headed our way. He gave me an estimate of maybe 1 to 2 weeks before that leather gets here. That's the bad news, like that we may not still see that leather for another week or so. But The good news is that we're on a reorder deal. So every time it ships, they put the order back in and start making us another batch. So by the time that leather actually gets here, my next order may be on its way as well. So I'm hoping, which would be good for us because we could catch you guys up and hopefully supply the demand that you guys have requested for these belt material packs. I'm hoping that I'll basically get a double shipment. Both of those shipments will probably hit at the same time. So that's a good deal. But I just wanted to explain to y'all why we don't have them on the website yet. And that is why, because I still haven't got my leather. It's kind of out of our control. We can't do much about it if it doesn't come here. Not a lot that Hermann Oak can do about it. Nobody can, it's not anybody's fault. It's just, it's stuck there in that warehouse in Missouri. So hopefully it will get here sooner than they estimated. You know, you never know how that stuff's going to work out once guys get to working through the backlog and stuff like that. But the cool thing is we may have way more than we need whenever it does get here. So as soon as it gets here, we will update you. We will let you know. We will get them cut, get them on the website. So if you go to the website right now, the website says out of stock. It has said out of stock. We try to do it that way just so that we don't get behind on our end of cutting those things. So, but that's an update. That's an update on that, and we'll work on getting the other material packs as well. We're not out of leather. We're just out of belt material packs. So hopefully we'll get some of that stuff done. But I appreciate you guys. If you have any questions, shoot us an email. Otherwise, we'll see you all in the next video. Thank y'all.